Yeah, great college basketball game. I'm going to give Michigan State a lot of credit. They were very good today, very, very good. And we expected that with their reunion, with coming off a loss, and great environment, as good as we've seen. So my hat's off to Tom and their group. But felt like we had shoot it, drives it, turns it over. That was followed by a couple more turnovers, and then some blown defensive assignments on Malik. So give them credit. They executed. We didn't. We missed the front end of a one-on-one, missed some wide open shots. I felt good about our shots, but we had that little stretch there where we kind of turned the ball over uncharacteristically, and that stretch in a close game was what broke our back.
When it came to those two turnovers, like late, Tyson has the steal and then AJ gets the steal. Was that a matter of them stepping it up defensively, or do you think it was more
no,
like
those had no outcome on the game, truthfully. I mean, the game was pretty much decided by then. It was just the turnovers that happened before that when we had the lead allowed them to do that. But that broke that open. We gave them 100 points in transition, which we usually don't do, and I think 23 in transition off those. But those are plays we've made all the time, and they just didn't guard us, and we just still tried to throw it to them.
Brad, were there some similarities between the end of this game and the end of your last game where you lost a late lead?
Not really. We missed shots. Maybe that's it. That was a completely. I think the other thing was in that game we gave up a couple of really hard contested shots, where this one was pretty much just soft and ones with Malik on the post, but it was us turning it over today that did us in.
And while I still have the mic, have you ever seen a technical on a player taunting toward the crowd, as you did today?
I'd have to think about that a little more than, I don't know. They just told me that it was a major league point of emphasis. I was frustrated because in the first half their kids screamed at our bench. That's part of the game. I won't get in my tangent, but we make the game no fun. So
you mentioned the sequence there with Malik. I guess what happened on those post ups that he had?
We let him catch it. 90% of the game, we didn't let him catch it. We just sat behind him. I mean, they have a five-man. They don't have a five-man who can shoot. Coleman's sitting right behind him in the back of the, right there to cover it up, and we just let him catch it, and then we committed fouls on top of it, which, were not very smart.
Brad, Michigan State shot twice as many free throws tonight as it did Tuesday, made 5 more than you attempted. How different a team is it when it's aggressive and goes to the basket instead of just throwing it around the perimeter? Yeah,
it's almost a flip of the game in Champaign, where we got to the line and we're aggressive but some of them are, I think we're one of the top teams in the country in fewest fouls committed. So give them all the credit. They were obviously the aggressor. You're a passive, soft team when you're fouling. And obviously we fouled a lot today, so we were pretty passive.
Brad, obviously Malik was going at Luke a little bit there, and Quincy has struggled a little bit recently. I think Ty only played 2 of the last 13 minutes. Did you think about going to him, or what went into that decision then?
A lot of things. Offense, what goes on. I mean, at some point, it's just doing your job. They did their job the entire night, and for most of it. I was really good with Malik trying to shoot hard twos, but we had Coleman sitting back there, and I mean there was no place for him to go, and it just, again, a lot of factors go into those decisions.
Michigan State shoots 53% from the field. I mean, are you concerned about where your defense is at this point of the season?
I would like it to be better. I mean, again, it's going to be that way when you give up 23 points in transition off turnovers, and it's going to be that way We probably blew 3 or 4 switches tonight as well, but the defensive mistakes are what we've got to clean up. Thank you.
Oh, I had one more question for you, Brett. There were, I think, 16 lead changes and 15 ties in this game. And that's kind of been the story in a lot of games in the Big Ten this year. What separates teams in those moments?
Zach Edey? I mean, you want an honest answer? I mean, it's, it's we're all equal. We all have really good players, we have really good coaches, and we have great venues. And a lot of times it's no different than us figuring out how to win the last one in overtime. It's, us having the ball with a last-second shot at Northwestern, to win. And it's, 75% of the games are going to be 2 possessions because everybody's equal. Everybody's got the same, and it becomes toughness, and it becomes grit, and it becomes a mental toughness and focus, and that usually decides the game. And whether it's a rebound, whether it's a free throw, whatever it is, that was a much closer game than the final score indicated. But yeah, it's all those, and that's something that we didn't do very well today.
Can I just, Brad, that final 7:38, were you more concerned offensively or defensively with where you guys were at and some of the mistakes you had?
I wasn't that worried on the defensive side until the very end, until we started giving just post touches. I'm always concerned about making sure we've got the right spacing, making sure we've got guys who can have the ability to make shots. I felt good about putting the ball in Coleman's hands. I felt good about where we were at with Terrence and the spacing, and it was just literally. I can't wait to see the tape when I get on the plane because I want to see the shots, and I don't think there's a bad shot in there. We had 2 or 3 layups go in and out. We had, I know Luke had 2 go in and out. Justin's had a drive go in and out. Terrence had 2 or 3 just clean looks, and those are shots we're going to shoot. I would let those guys shoot every one of them again. We took 33s. I wish we'd take 40. With the looks we got tonight. Thanks.